Ratchet & Clank is a huge example of what makes the PlayStation 5 so special. Developer Insomniac gave us a taste of the next generation of games with the incredible Spider-Man Miles Morales. Even though it was also available for PlayStation 4, Miles Morales truly shined on the PlayStation 5. Now with the second AAA game they've released in the past 8 months, Insomniac aims to show what happens when a top-notch developer is given the next-gen freedom to make a game exclusive for the PlayStation 5. This is Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart.
I hope this is not about your gift. Hurry, we must get to the front of the parade route.
Ratchet & Clank aren't new to saving the galaxy. Most likely you've heard of these heroes before, or played any of the previous games. If so, then you may know what to expect going into this game. While I had definitely heard of Ratchet & Clank and seen some of the gameplay before, for the most part, I went into the game brand new. Other than seeing pre-release gameplay footage from PlayStation State of Plays, I didn't know what to expect. And oh boy, I was blown away.
Can't anyone print instruction manuals anymore?
The game follows Ratchet & Clank along with new heroes Rivet and Kit as they embark on a quest to save the dimensions from the evil Dr. Nefarious. This sends our heroes to multiple new worlds and dimensions. It's a predictable but pretty good story that will keep you engaged enough not to want to hit the skip button on the cutscene. Being new to the Ratchet & Clank universe, I was able to follow along and understand what was going on well enough. But for me, the storyline was just an appetizer for what I really enjoyed.
We have to get the Dimensionator away from Dr. Nefarious!
Yes, and quickly.
Let me be honest, I'm a AAA big budget, crazy graphics type of gamer. When I play a game on my next gen systems and my 4K TV, I want it to blow my mind. Mind blown. There are so many amazing graphical games out right now, but Ratchet & Clank is one of, if not the best, looking games I've ever seen. Of course, it has multiple modes to choose from for how you want to play, like Fidelity, where you can get 4K HDR and ray tracing at a lock 30 frames per second, or Performance mode, where you can get a lock 60 frames per second with slightly decreased visual effects, or Performance RT, where you can get 60 frames per second, ray tracing, and slightly decreased visuals at around 1440p. But being used to gaming at 30 frames per second already, I was all about that fidelity mode. This game looks truly next gen. On a good 4K TV with your PlayStation 5, it will make you wonder if what you're seeing is truly playable, and it is. For most of the opening sequence, I kept losing because I could not stop looking around at everything. The colors pop, the reflections shine, the crowds, the enemies, the world itself, everything is super dense and in huge numbers. And the particle effects, wow. Every time you destroy a box or shoot an enemy or smash something with your hammer, just look at all the pieces that fly all over the screen. Insomniac has done a ridiculous job. Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart is a real showpiece for your PlayStation 5.
Focus on the grinding.
He's bringing the whole place down!
Junk.
The gameplay is smooth at even 30 frames per second. It's pretty easy to get the hang of, and the weapons are a joy to use. Every time you get enough to unlock and buy a new weapon, it makes the game feel new again. I counted at least 20 different weapons, and each of them have their own feeling and special effects. When you fire the weapons, you feel it in the DualSense controller, and you're able to pull back the L2 or R2 button a little bit or a lot to fire one or multiple shots. That, along with all the special vibrations and sounds that come from the DualSense, clearly shows Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart is one of the best ways to use the DualSense controller yet. There are so many other game changers that you'll find in Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, but perhaps the most impressive is the way Insomniac has mastered the PlayStation 5's SSD.
Wonderful surprise! I didn't expect to see you here. Considering my goons were meant to annihilate you 8 minutes ago.
Oh.
The entire game is based on rifts opening, leading to new dimensions. With the power of the PlayStation 5 SSD, you're able to jump from one world to an entirely new world, almost instantaneously. You'll have many situations where you're fighting and you can use these rifts to jump to new parts of the map, or where you'll find hidden dimensions and walk right into a completely different new world. Turn the camera around and see the other world that you just left, full of characters moving. I spent many times walking through these portals back and forth in sheer amazement, or riding on the rails, smashing a dimensional crystal, and switching to another world. It's truly special, and I cannot wait to see what Insomniac does next with the PlayStation 5's SSD.
Well, at least this mission worked out, huh?
Yes. I suppose it did.
Ratchet Clank Rift Apart has been an amazing game to play. It checks almost everything that makes a game fun for me. Great gameplay, big action and set pieces, cool story, memorable characters, and of course, killer graphics. This game is 100% worth the money, and it's a must own if you have a PlayStation 5. The next gen has begun.
Yes!
Thanks friends for questing with us. We really appreciate you. Do us a huge favor and like the video and subscribe to the channel for more gaming news and reviews. Friends, stay safe, have an amazing day, and never stop questing. Peace.